Alrighty guys, hello. So I'm going to do a response to Chantal's video called This Is Getting Bad. I saw she has a new one, so I will respond to that one too. I'm going to try to do 4 today if I can. This is 20 minutes. I've sped it up to 1.5 like I usually do with Chantal's videos because they take a long time. I saw in her community tab that she posted something about some health issue and that she's going to get healthy again and stop with her bad eating. I don't know if that's what this is about, but whatever. Do we believe her? No. I even posted in there, I think I told her, I hope that you start caring about your health the way that we do, because we don't want to see you, die or get some horrible disease because of how you are, but I don't know. Like I said, this much hope, but it's not enough to be completely positive, but we shall see. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna make it so that I don't want to edit this video. Like, I just don't even want to edit right now. I just want to bang my head off this table in frustration. So I'm not doing well, and I feel really sick. I'm just not doing well. Like, I don't talk too much because he's in the other room. I don't feel like I can talk to him about stuff like this.
So you prefer to talk to people you don't actually know in real life instead of someone that you at least know. I mean, I guess, like, whatever, but sorry. I don't know, it's not this. This is clean and it's good, but I just had this weird taste in my mouth all of a sudden. I don't know what it's for. It tastes like, I don't even know. It was really weird. I don't think, it's not from that because it's just my water, but, ooh. I also have these. I might be munching on them. They're good when I have a chocolate craving, which unfortunately I'm an addict, so I usually do, but I might be snacking on that while I'm doing this, and I apologize, but sometimes I sit here a while. Yeah, because it's easy just to stay and do these. My kitties are, of course, here at my feet, but alright, let's keep going.
Where do I start? Alright, so today was just a really bad day. So what happened was, I went to look at an apartment with Beats, and it's an apartment, I guess, like, community, I guess, that's like several blocks in size, and
Jeez.
we had to meet the person at the office at 4:30 today, and when we met the person at the office, hey sweetie, you just want treats, you're not sincere. When we met the person at the office, is in one building at the beginning of the block, and of course, just my luck, the lady was like, okay, the apartment that, you'd be applying for is the last building at the other end. I'm like, of course it is. And to make matters worse, it snowed hell of a lot today. It was slushy, slippery, which makes trudging through thick snow more of a workout for somebody who's like 400 pounds with back problems, breathing problems, no full lung capacity. I have a club.
I mean, yeah, we know this, but walking is good for you. Like, sorry. It only gets worse. You start becoming immobile and you stop walking altogether. Like, it only gets worse. Like, a lot of times I will try to park as far from the entrance to whatever store I'm going into, and then I do my walking in the store and I come out. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just excuses, I think it's good for her. It'll give her a reason to actually walk because she doesn't do it on a normal basis. So, hey, having to get home, that's a good reason.
But it's still not fully resolved, making it harder to breathe. So, I was like, oh, it's just for some reason, like, instead of just, like, being honest and saying, I'm gonna have to get my car and drive around the block. Because I should be walking.
Yeah.
But, that was a lot for somebody who doesn't really do anything right off the bat. So, I walked all the way a few blocks, but it felt like forever, all the way to the other building. And I was so mad and angry because I was slipping in the snow, I couldn't breathe, my lungs were on fire. I was mad at myself for allowing myself to become nearly fucking immobile. But also, just like she was talking about blah, blah, blah about the apartment. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just like, I got mad. I got snappy. I was like, I wish I would have known how far this was. And she,
It's not like that's something that they think to tell you. Oh, are you morbidly obese? Oh, then let us tell you. Like, no. When they're showing an apartment, like, okay, come see the apartment. That's not exactly like in their disclaimer. Oh, if you're 400 pounds, you might want to park, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. That's not their problem, and I hope you're not trying to blame them for that. That's not their problem. That's a you problem, not a them problem. Just saying. Like, that's your problem you can't walk, not theirs. I'd be like, when I do stuff like that, like I go on hikes with people, yeah, a lot of times I have to stop, especially going uphill. I stop, but I don't expect them to stop for me. I'm like, no, you guys keep going. I'll catch up. And if they stop for me, that's great. And a lot of times they do because people are really nice. But I never expect that. I don't expect people to accommodate me simply because I'm overweight, and that's simply because I eat like crap. Like, sorry, that's not your problem, and it's no one's problem that you had to walk a block and a half or whatever to the apartment. Like, sorry.
she didn't say anything, and neither did Keats. Hi. Oh, here. Okay,
Little
sweetie.
for kitty. Just a floof. Little floofer kitty. You're not floofer. You're just fat.
Wait, over here. Come. Here. They just had, like, that look on their face that's just like, oh my god, like, they don't get it, because they have no problem walking. They don't understand what the struggle that I'm, like, dying inside. They're just going about everything, and it's just, like,
Yeah.
embarrassing and shameful, which doesn't help. How I'm feeling? Then, I should have asked this beforehand, I know, but the thing is, like, Ottawa's an expensive city, and I'm pretty much going to be going from one shithole to another shithole, because the only thing affordable in a city like this is a shithole, a
Yeah.
high-rise shithole, and our building was not. The building wasn't a high-rise, but it was, like, on the 4th floor, the top floor, of course, all the way to the end of the hall. So, yeah, that's the only thing that's going to be affordable in this city, is something like that. Something like what I'm living in now. So, sorry if I'm bitchy in this video, and just...
Yeah. A lot of us know the struggle. I'm poor. Like, where I live is nice. It's actually fairly nice, and they are fixing it up. And we're lucky because we're getting a good discount because we had some issues throughout the whole year, mainly with leaking in our apartment through the rain. And they still haven't repaired our roofs or our ceilings or anything like that yet. Mine wasn't too bad. It stained, and there was like a bubble somewhere, but other than that was fine. But my roommate's, hers fell into her room. So they gotta come in and shampoo the carpets near that area and then repair it, and they haven't done that yet. So they're, it's like whatever. It's fine. But, we're lucky in that way. We are actually thinking about doing a house, though, because for relatively similar in price what you'd pay for an apartment, we could get like a 2 or 3 bedroom house. And that would be a lot easier. So that's what we're considering. A friend of mine wants to buy a house, and she said we could live with her because she wants to get like a 5 bedroom. But I don't know if that's going to happen or when. But, yeah, I get it. Like, holy man, I'm poor. Like, I don't even make enough through my one job. That's why I work, a second job doing babysitting whenever I'm asked to work. So, I get it.
in a horrible mood. That's honestly how I feel right now. Anyways, so we get to the building, and I had to stop at a bus stop midway. I'm like, I need to catch my breath, so they're just waiting. I'm like, oh my god, could this get any worse? Like, really? So she's like, it's on the 4th floor. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the stairs. I get into the staircase, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, there's too many stairs, like, after what I just went through, So she presses the elevator button. The elevator is, like, tiny. It's pretty small. But she's like, it's a new elevator. It's only 4 years old. Like, the inside looked okay, but it was really tiny. She's like, I'll stand in the corner. And I'm like, I know you're just trying to help, but you don't have any idea. I'm super claustrophobic. I have all these issues. I must have sounded so crazy, just like...
And you can't take the
I was
stairs.
like super overly apologetic. I just hate these. This is why I don't leave my bedroom, I just don't want to deal with crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I know you're going to say, you need therapy. I know I need therapy, but, I spend all my money on food. Therapy's expensive. I know how that sounds, okay? So, anyway. they're in the elevator with holding the door open. People are waiting on me. And I'm like, I'm mad, right? At this point, I'm just like, so I told Pete, I'm like, you go up. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. You go take pictures of the apartment and show me those. I can't go up right now. I can't do it. And no matter what, where we move, I'm gonna have to take the stairs or an elevator because every place that I've seen has an elevator. Sorry. And she knows. So, I have no energy right now. So that's the thing that set me off. And then so while they were looking, I started walking slowly back because it's embarrassing. Trudging behind, gasping. Like, when I say I felt like I was dying, I literally felt like I was dying. Like, I'm not being dramatic. I can't describe the pain I was in. And by the time I got to my car, I was ready to collapse. Like, my legs were like rubber. My lungs were on fire. I had the worst headache. I was dizzy. I thought I was going to pass out from walking a couple of blocks. This is not okay.
It's not okay. Believe me, it's funny. Like, whenever I go on the hikes, I can only do, well, like 3 miles. I mean, I know that seems like a lot, but it also depends on elevation and stuff. Like, I'm doing one next Wednesday? No. I need to look. I'm like, did I agree to a Wednesday? I'm not even available. I don't think so. But I am doing one, and it's 1.5 miles. But we're going to go around twice. And the elevation, I think it's at 275, if I'm not mistaken. And that's okay. Like I said, elevation kicks my butt. I huff and I puff. I mean, you would think I was a smoker at how hard it is for me to breathe, you know? Like, it's just, it can be hard. And so, yeah, oh, I agreed to this one, and then I'm realizing that I'm working. Darn it, I am so dumb. Alright, well, looks like I'm going to have to, I'm dumb. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But I just realized I'm working. But yeah, like, and I'll do those, and I'll just be huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing the entire way. And then they have to basically stop for me because it just gets so bad. But I enjoy doing it. I want to get better. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard when the people around you are more mobile, or, you know, it's easier for them to move around and do things, because then you feel like, oh, well, I'm slowing you down now, and that's horrible.
But it's like, how am I supposed to change when my whole fucking life is a trigger? Like, I feel like I need to move to, like, a different country where there's, like, no fast food, where there's, like, life isn't just shit, you know? Ugh. It's just, like, everything. Going out is a trigger. To do anything. Like, I was thinking of, like, okay, things that I like to do. Things that I like to do always involve food, so I have to do different things. I have to completely upheave and change my entire life. I love watching horror movies. I don't like watching horror movies if I'm not having a snack, you know what I mean? It's so, like, sickening. And these cycles I go through are just, that's my eating disorder. That's part of it. Cycling through these constant, I don't even know what the hell anymore. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of everything.
I get it.
I'm scared to move on with my life.
The thing is, like, no matter how scary it might seem, like, you can't continue the way you are now. It's not good for you. You know, you're not happy. All you're doing is torturing yourself. It's like, what's the point? You have to change. You have to want to change, you know. You have to look forward to the change. Like, think about it. Oh, you know, I'll finally be able to be on my own. I'll be able to, like, maybe start working out more, eating better, doing whatever. You know, like, you can change your relationship with Pete's and say, you know what? Let's go. Let's do cook with Chantal. I would love that. I would love it if you would find healthier meals and start cooking those and, like, showing us, you know, look what I can do, and he can help you, and you both can eat better. You know, like, there's so many things you can do, but you're the one that chooses to do your fast food mukbangs. You know, no one's forcing you to do that. I'd be like, I don't care if people are asking you to do it. Like, you don't have to. You just don't.
I think I'm longing for something that isn't real. Like, I don't think it's him that I want to stay with. It's the idea I have set for him. An idea of a life that I want. And I just don't want to be alone. Like, I'm scared to be alone. I have so much healing to do. I don't even know what to do anymore. I just don't even know what to do. I don't know how to get help. Like, I'm so tired. You know, like, I've ruined my life with this. So, just like, I think I need like some kind of inpatient treatment. But, and I say that because, okay, here's the thing. I did something tonight that I've never really done. I think maybe did only once other, like, I've made myself sick by eating too much, but I've never like purposely made myself sick, and I did that tonight. I was just like, I just ate my feelings. Like, I went to dinner with Pete's, ate a shit meal, nothing healthy. Then on the way home, after I dropped him off, because I didn't feel like that was enough, I guess, I went to Popeyes and I had like a 5-piece chicken meal with like 2 sides. And then I went to McDonald's and I threw it all up.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Man, like, it's funny, like, I always think that I eat too much, and then I listen to, like, her and Amberlyn, and they'll talk about, like, how they eat, and I'm just like, wow, that's insane. And the funny thing is that Chantal's not that much heavier than I am, I don't think. Yeah, she said she's, like, 385. She's not even that much heavier than me. So, that's weird that she only weighs 385. I feel like she should weigh 450 pounds by now. Like, I really do. With the way she eats, like, how does she not weigh 450 pounds already? Like, that makes no sense. But that's crazy. Oh, I can't even imagine. Oh, I still haven't taken off my polish. I'm so lazy.
I don't like getting sick, but
yeah, who does?
So I'm just like, I'm just so tired of being around food every day and having to. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not doing well, because when I lie to myself, just remember this video.
Yeah, I'm sure you have other videos like this that you have remembered. Like, I don't feel like this is going to change a thing. Maybe for a couple of weeks, sure, but you'll forget about the sickness that you felt when you ate all that food. You'll become happy or whatever, and you'll just eat all over again. Like, you're not doing it the right way. You're not seeing a therapist. You're not getting professional help. So as long as you continue, doing it the way you're doing it, there's not going to be a change. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. And that's what drives me crazy. It's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Yeah, it's insanity that you think that not getting better help and professional help is a good idea. Like, get the help because you cannot do it by yourself. Just like me, I know I can't do it by myself. Like, I'm trying, and I get frustrated. Believe me, I get frustrated at the fact that I'm the one that has to worry about food, and I have to worry about how much I eat. But my family doesn't. Like, majority of my family, they don't have to worry about that. They can eat whatever they want, and they don't get fat. And sometimes it pisses me off because it's unfair. But if I spend my whole life dwelling on that, like, what good is that going to do me? I'd be like, I just have to realize, like, yep, that's just my lot in life. And it's not like I'm the only one. Like, a lot of us suffer in that way. And so it's just, I don't know, it's hard because I get that you want that, like, a lot of times, like, you want to do better, but I just feel like you don't try hard enough. And that's the problem.
I'll try to do the same. I don't know how I'm supposed to keep this mindset when I don't trust myself.
Get help.
It's like I have this mindset now, and then it changes. Like the next day, I'm like totally convincing myself that eating fast food is okay. Oh my god. I don't know how I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. I really don't.
My cat's looking at my feet.
So inpatient treatment is like, here it's like,
ow, ow, ow. No, don't use your claws.
Eating disorder program is for anorexics and bulimics who are severely at risk of
No, I feel like there's eating disorder programs out there for people who are binge eaters. Like, sorry, like, that's not true. There are way too many people in this world that are just like Chantal and Amberlynn, that there is no way that there is not some kind of group or clinic or whatever that helps people with the exact same thing. She just needs to look it up. I can guarantee there's at least something. Even if it's like an AA type thing where it's just a group of people who all suffer from the same thing, getting together and talking about it. Like, you need a support group of people who really understand. And you could find one. Like, I'm sorry. Even if you have to drive a bit of a ways. You drove hours to do fast food. You could certainly drive that amount of time, you know, or at least an hour to get help if you really needed it. And that's, you know, so there's no excuses. Like, that's just BS.
For malnourishment. That's what the inpatient treatment is. I'm part of the outpatient program. I get no fucking help as an obese person because it's for anorexics and bulimics. I guess I'm bitter because
there's got to be something out there. I'm sorry.
Not against them. Ugh, my mouth still tastes like barf.
Ew.
Not against them. Those suffering with eating disorder. Just against the healthcare system for excluding people with binge eating disorder. I'm not considered as being in need to the point of needing inpatient treatment because I'm not at risk of dying, but I am. I almost had a heart attack walking to my car, I swear. You know? And like every binge, I just get more and more depressed to the point where it's like scary. And I just feel like I don't know where to get help, basically. I mean, I'm online looking for therapy. I could go to therapy. I just feel like
go to therapy.
I need something away from everything, like away from the stresses of my life, away from the people in my life. I know that's bad, it sounds bad, but even some of the people in my life are triggering.
Yeah, sure.
Like an environment that's like conducive of proper detox and healing from this. Get me on a good start, you know?
It doesn't matter where you go. You can go into an inpatient, you know, clinic. The moment you come out, you're still going to have those stresses. You need to learn to deal with them because they're every day. Like, they're every day. You don't have a way around them. You know, you can't lock yourself in a bubble and just live there forever. So that's just an excuse. Like, you just need to start and be like, yeah, life is stressful. And yeah, these people are triggering, but I've got to figure out how to handle my triggers. Like, handle that. And a therapist can help you with that. They can give you the tools that you need. But you just want to make up some excuse so you don't have to do it. And that's stupid. Like, you can go to therapy.
I honestly was, like, tempted to start a GoFundMe to go to, like, a rehab facility because they're expensive. Probably, like, thousands of dollars. I don't even know. The website, a lot of them don't even tell you the price. So I should tell you how much it's going to cost.
Right.
Just out of desperation. I was like, I don't know what to do. So, I know that I get defensive when I do mukbangs.
You get defensive.
Yeah. And I make everybody so sick and tired of changing my mind. And so am I. I am sick, guys. I don't know. But I don't feel good promoting that kind of food. I don't feel good eating it. I don't know how people eat it every day.
You eat it?
When I do eat it every day.
Yeah.
I feel like absolute crap. Just.
Yeah, I don't know how people can eat it every day. I eat it every day. But yeah, like, well, I don't know. How can you eat it every day? I think the same thing when I hear you talk about what you eat. I'm just like, how the heck can you have 3 fast food meals and, like, multiple, like, probably just a few hours away from each other? Like, that's insane. Like, oh my goodness. I just wish she'd go to therapy. Like, at least try it. That's like, I was watching My 600-Pound Life, and what was her name? I want to say Bethany, but I can't remember if that's right. And she was talking about how, like, her issues don't stem from the fact that her own mother tried to kill herself and then wrote a letter to her daughter telling her that it was her fault. How do you ever get over that? And she never had therapy because she's like, oh, I'm past it. Yet you're 600 pounds And you don't think that that all stems from that? Of course it does. And it's like, and she just was just unwilling. Oh, it's not going to help. Oh, I went and it did nothing for me. And then she gets the surgery because she was able to lose just enough. And then she starts getting mad that it didn't take away her cravings. Even though they told her she'd still have the cravings. She just wouldn't be allowed to eat as much. And so she ate and she'd make herself a little sick. And she was like, oh, they haven't done any of this. None of this has done anything. I'm just going to quit the program. And I'm like, you are so, like, dumb. Like, oh, I was so mad at her. I was like, really? Like, you are so like, always, you play the victim 1 second, and then you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, I can handle it, like, I'm good, like, you know, I don't want to upset my mother. I'd be like, your own mother literally wrote a letter to you. Now, mind you, that her mom didn't know she found the letter, because she didn't say anything, and no one knew about it but her and the mom, that was it. And I'm just like, oh, that's horrible. Like, that is so horrible, thinking that you're going to die and you leave that with your child. And then, like, even afterwards saying, you know, like, I mean, I would have been like, well, what happened to the letter? Maybe my daughter found it. Maybe I should talk to her about it. I'm like, that's horrible. So I don't care how depressed you are. That's just horrible. You don't do that to someone. And she was like, I think she said she was 9 at the time or something like that. But I'm like, therapy helps. I'm like, but you have to be willing to do it. You can't just go in with the attitude like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So then you don't listen to anything that they say. You have to be willing to actually heed the advice. And she wasn't. She wasn't listening to any of the advice. And I'm just like, yeah, and you wonder why it's failing for you, because you're being stupid.
On every single level, emotional, everything. Spiritual, physical. And I just feel like I'm in a prison.
What are you doing?
By continuing to eat it. I don't get a good vibe, you know? I think, I don't know, I might just come on here and talk to you guys. Maybe just turn the comments off for a while. And just turn on the camera and talk. And whoever listens, even if it's 5 people, whoever listens. Anyways.
And then we'll just react to you.
Here for now, guys. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Continue to look into options, but anyways. See you guys later. Bye.
Okay, well, I mean, it's not like we haven't seen her in this state before. I mean, it sucks, but if she's not willing to get the help, it doesn't matter. Like, that's why I don't feel bad for her, because it's like, okay, then do something about it and stop saying that this isn't going to work. Oh, I have to have these parameters just so specific to, like, oh, it has to be this, this, and this, or it's not going to work. It's like, no. Give it a try. Go to therapy. Like, you can't be an inpatient at some clinic. Fine. Don't be. Figure it out. It's like, but you're not even willing to try. You want to be over here saying, oh, it's not going to work. It's going to fail. Yeah. If you don't try, of course it's going to fail. Like, I don't know. But that's my reaction to this video. I've got 3 more to go. Hopefully they're all relatively short. But we shall see. One of them's hers, and then I have Amy, and then Amberlynn. I'm just going to go in order from where I saved them. So I think Amberlynn's is next. But yeah, see you guys in a bit.